Coming up on this episode of SEVA TV, our imagination takes flight in the world of animation. Our student producers teach us all about planes, and we get a chance to drop in on some drones. Stay tuned for all of this on SEVA TV.
From Maryhill Midtown.
Welcome back to Boys on a Mic.
This is ways how to do a layup.
Jump.
Maria from Galt High School shares how she interprets her fable about love. Let's hear what she has to say.
So basically, my interpretation of it was that the butterfly had fallen in love with the rose, and the rose was very heartbroken that the butterfly had been flying off and seeing other insects, and so it was just this fable about how, love can be destroyed. The message I'm trying to put out to my viewers is that try with someone and find their love and try to respect them, but if it doesn't work out, then just move on and focus on yourself.
What an amazing message, Maria. Let's watch this incredible animation.
The butterfly once fell in love with the beautiful rose. The rose was not indifferent, for the butterfly's wings were patterned a charming pattern of gold and silver, and so, when he fluttered near and told how he loved her, she blushed rosily and said yes. After much pretty love-making and many whispered vows of constancy, the butterfly took a tender leave of his sweetheart, but at last, it was a long time before he came back to her.
Is this your constancy? She exclaimed tearfully. It is ages since you went away, and all the time you have been carrying on with all sorts of flowers. I saw you kiss Miss Geranium, and you fluttered around Miss Magnonet, until Honeybee chased you away. I wish he had stung you.
Constancy, laughed the butterfly. I had no sooner left you than I saw Zephyr kissing you. You carried on scandalously with Mr. Bumblebee, and you made eyes at every single bug you could see. You can't expect any constancy from me. Do not expect constancy in others if you have none yourself.
Thanks, Maria. Let's buzz on over to the Capitol Air Show, where several student producers filmed amazing content on the airfield. Let's start off strong with Winter from Sunrise Elementary School, as he explores the biggest and smallest planes at the California Capitol Air Show.
I am searching for the biggest and the smallest planes at the Capitol Air Show 2022. Well, on my journey, I came across some robots. Then I found my first plane, which was pretty big. This plane is big, but I don't think it's the biggest. So I searched further, and then I found it. The biggest plane in the air show. And I could walk around in it. The plane is called the Galaxy C5. Hi, I'm Winter, reporting from SEVA TV, and this is
Greg Threet.
the smallest plane you've flown.
Probably a Cessna 152, a little two-seater that I learned to train in.
What's the biggest plane you've flown in?
Actually piloted would probably be this or a corporate jet.
Well, now that I found my biggest plane, now I need to find the smallest. So I searched and I found this plane that was small, and I could go into the cockpit, but it's not the smallest. So I searched even more, found another plane, but again, it wasn't the smallest. And after a while of searching, this is the smallest plane in the air show, and I even got to sit in this huge plane engine. And that's the biggest and smallest planes at the Capitol Air Show.
Thank you, Winter, for those expert pilot interviews. Now let's turn into Tiger News at the Capitol Air Show with Addison, Alexis, Max, Jorge, Camilla, Lyla, Layla, Lindsey, and Marcos from Bell Avenue Elementary School.
Hello, students. Mr. Weeks here, the teacher with the amazing hair, with a special Tiger News announcement. The entire Tiger News crew got to go on a field trip to interview pilots at the Mather Air Show and got to record the air show as well. Right now, we are going to show you everything that we were able to experience. So strap in and enjoy.
I'm Layla from New School, and I'm representing SECC.
Hi, I'm Lyla, and I go to Bell Avenue School, and we're interviewing for SECC.
Hi, I'm Lindsey from Bell Avenue, and I'm representing SECC.
Hi, my name is Marcos. What's your name?
My name is Captain Sean Zeus Rabineau.
What's the name of this plane?
This is the F-15C Eagle.
What's the purpose of this plane?
This airplane is the world's greatest air security fighter. It's an air-to-air only, single-seat, multi-role fighter jet.
Thank you.
My name's Keith.
What the name of this plane is?
It's Cessna 172, belonging to the Yolo County Sheriff's Department.
And what's its purpose?
We use it for general patrols over Yolo County, drug interdiction, search and rescues, call-outs by the sheriff deputies if they need us.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Staff Sergeant Erica Ratterman.
And what is the name of the plane?
It's a HC-130J.
And what's the purpose for the plane?
The purpose of the plane is for search and rescue.
My name's Abby.
What plane do you fly?
I fly the Grumman S2, which is over there.
Okay.
And this is the OV-10 Bronco.
Alright, what's the purpose for this plane?
So this plane, the OV-10 Bronco, is the air attack platform for CAL FIRE, for fighting fires. And it's kind of the command and control over the fire that directs the air tankers and talks to the emergency command center and the incident commander on the ground and sort of coordinates everything. And then the S2, which is that one over there, is the one that has the retardant, the red wet stuff in the tank. And it will fly super low over the fire, 150 feet above the vegetation, and it drops retardant along the fire's edge to slow it down so that the dozer, like that thing over there, or the hand crews, or like a fire engine can catch up to the fire and put it out.
What's the name of this plane?
It's a C-5 Super Galaxy.
What's the purpose of this plane?
It's to carry cargo for the Air Force anywhere around the world whenever they need it.
Hi, my name is Master Sergeant Dibble-Dabney.
My name is Senior Mpono Norris.
And what is the name of the plane?
This is a KC-10 tanker.
What is the purpose for the plane?
We do aerial refueling. We can also do cargo and some passengers. And yeah, we refuel other aircraft through the back end of the plane there.
Thank you very much.
What's your name?
My name is Cameron.
And can you tell me a little bit about this area?
Yeah, this is called the boom pod. This is where we refuel airplanes in the air. A fun fact, we can carry a maximum of 32,000 pounds of fuel.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love my job and I love the Air Force, and it takes me all over the world. It's fun.
What's the purpose of this part?
What's the purpose? To refuel airplanes. Say a jet needs to get from here to Hawaii. They need fuel, and we'll give it to them so that they can make it all the way there.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm John Doyle.
All right, what plane do you fly?
I'm with Betsy's Biscuit Bomber, a 1944 C-47.
Well, what's the purpose of the plane?
It's a cargo airplane, and it carried people and cargo.
What's one fun fact about it? What's one fun fact about it?
Well, a fun fact about it is it survived 77 years, and it's one of the lowest time C-47s in the world. It has less than 10,000 hours on it.
What's your name?
My name is Joe. Well, nice to meet you.
Thank you. What's the name of this helicopter?
So this helicopter is the EC-120 Calibri. It's Latin for hummingbird.
That's cool. What's the purpose of this helicopter?
We use this helicopter to fly patrol. So when we've got the guys and the girls, the police out on the street, the deputies out there driving around, when they need air support, we show up and we help them.
Can I please have a fun fact about this helicopter?
So we have a camera ball, this system right here that you see on the nose, on the front of the helicopter. That camera will let us see a person from over 8 miles away.
That's really cool, and thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this plane?
Yes, this is a DA-42. This is our twin-engine airplane that we use at EVA Flight Training Academy. Yeah.
Do you have any interesting facts about it?
These propellers, what you can do is this thing called you feather them, which basically makes the blade angle of it change. And so when you have an engine failure, for example, feathering that blade makes it create less drag, so then the airplane is not so much affected with an engine failure.
How long do people have to study for this?
It depends. I got through all my training within a year, but it really depends on the person how quickly you want to get your training done. It takes about like 250 hours-ish, and then you need more to move on to the airlines.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Wow, here at SEVA TV, we just learned so much about these planes and their uses. What beautiful footage of those amazing birds. Now, Paige and Madison from Florence Markofer Elementary School have an interview with a very special pilot known as Captain Mama.
Good morning, Mustangs! I've gotten to go on the Capitol Air Show several times, and it's always amazing to watch the planes in the sky.
This time, not only did I meet a pilot that paved the way for young girls like me in the 80s, but she also inspired future generations of children books. What's your name?
I am Graciela Cuscareño Sato. I'm an Air Force veteran, and they call me Captain Mama.
What is your books about?
So the flight suits that you're wearing are my flight suits that I wore when I was flying for the U.S. Air Force as a navigator.
Getting to try on her actual flight suits was a cool experience.
I was a little nervous at first, but she helped us.
This, and then you see the zipper right there? There you go, like that, and then zip that.
And we learned more about the patches and how she earned them over the years.
And see how the scarves are different colors? Because they're like different squadrons, right? Different teams, sorry. This blue matches that. There we go. Sissy got her wings right here at Mather. And I've written a book series about that time flying for the Air Force. Goodnight, Captain Mama is the first book, and they're all bilingual, English and Spanish, Buenas noches, Capitán Mama. And the second book is Captain Mama's Surprise, La Sorpresa de Capitán Mama. They take place on the KC-135 refueling tanker, which is right over there. Do you see it? But you could actually go somewhere today. This book is a full tour of the plane that I flew in.
Mama flew in that and this seat.
I flew over 1,500 hours. That's when you get the star. This one was when I was new, no star. After 1,500 hours in the sky, you get the star.
What's your favorite thing about flying?
My favorite thing about flying, ready? When you're over the clouds and you're going really fast over the clouds, it feels like you're rushing over the ground. It feels like you're really close to the ground because you're going right over the clouds, and it feels really cool. And then also when you pop up through the clouds, in fact, in the third book, which is coming out next week, Taking Flight with Captain Mama, I talk about how it's rainy down here, that as soon as you pop up through the clouds, it's a sunny day for aviators. So if you're having a rainy day, but if you're flying over the clouds, it's a sunny day every day.
What made you want to become a pilot?
So I was in high school, and this is a very important lesson for all of you, okay? In high school, I kept showing up at my counselor's office saying, how do I go to college? How do I go to college? Because I didn't know how to go to college. My family never been to college. So my high school counselor's husband was an Air Force officer. He was a major, which is one grade higher than captain. So my high school counselor's husband told me about the Air Force ROTC scholarship. He told me that the Air Force would aim for me to go to college first. Go ahead.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. I love all the interviews that you're doing. Thank you so much, Captain Paige. How do you feel in the flight suits?
I
feel good. She feels professional. She says, I feel professional.
Thank you, Captain Mama. Back to you at the studio.
A bilingual author and Air Force pilot. Wow, our student producers know how to get compelling and relatable interviews. Let's take off from here and join Ethan from Franklin High School as he shares his experience at Sacramento's very own international airport.
Growing up in Sacramento, I often take for granted many of the fun things we can do in this city. There is one special place that I often pass by but don't take time to enjoy. Though I was born and raised in Sacramento, I only recently discovered the beauty of its airport. It's way bigger than I thought, and I almost got lost in it. My dad and I are going to take a plane ride from the SMF airport. It stands for the Sacramento Metropolitan Field. Today we call it Sacramento International Airport. Sacramento International Airport has 2 terminals hosting different airlines. You can find which terminal to go to from the airport's website at sacramento.aero/SMF. After you find the terminal, your ride may drop you off outside or they can park the car. The next step is checking in. You can check in online through the airport's website or app, usually starting 24 hours before your scheduled departure. We checked in online because we are not checking in any bags. If your airline is at Terminal B, you will have to take the APM automatic people mover to get to the security checkpoint. After clearing security, we find the gate to board the plane. While you're waiting, you can enjoy coffee or a meal. Looks like it's time to get on the plane. We wait for our turn to get on, and then we board the plane. Now, let's review how to fly from SMF. 1. Figure out which terminal in the airport that you will board. 2. Check in with your phone, over the counter, or in a kiosk. 3. Clear security and wait to board the plane. 4. Don't forget, take a moment to appreciate the beauty of our home airport. Smile! Enjoy your trip. and come home soon.
I feel more prepared for my next flight. Thanks, Ethan. To close out our high-flying episode, Spencer and Mace from Andrew Carnegie Middle School shared 10 facts about drones that most of us didn't know. Let's check it out.
Here are 10 facts you may or may not know about drones. Number 1. Drones were developed by the military to fit in places where normal-sized planes and helicopters couldn't. Number 2. Drone technology was being explored in the 1800s. There are records of the US using drone technology all the way back in the 1800s. Although their drones were not flying machines or fancy robots, their drones were balloons, torpedoes, and aerial targets. But for their time, they were incredible inventions. Number 3. The first non-military drone was developed by a Hollywood actor named Reginald Denny in 1935. Denny was also a World War I pilot. Number 4. Australia was the first to experience Google drone food delivery. Google launched their first food delivery in Canberra, the capital of Australia. It also happened to be right when the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, or CASA, introduced the flyer's license, a mandatory registration of drones. Number 5. The first U.S. drone permit was issued in 2006 after 150 years of war-based use. Government agencies started testing drones for disaster relief and border surveillance. Number 6. The most expensive drone in the military is the US-made MQ-9 Reaper, which costs around $14 million. Number 7. Drones started being used for humanitarian purposes to help deliver food and aid remote areas. Number 8. On August 2nd, 2014, a tourist's drone crashed into one of Yellowstone's most delicate hot springs. And now, drones are banned from all national parks in the US. Number 9. Studies from the University of Tulsa developed a hospital drone equipped with medical supplies, a camera, and a speaker. The drone will then give someone instructions on how to use the medical equipment. And lastly, in 2012, there were more Air Force drone pilots than there were jet and bomber pilots. That was 10 facts about drones you may or may not have known. Hope you enjoyed.
A hospital drone? What will they think of next? SEVA TV has an exclusive interview with Spencer, where he talks about the process behind his video.
We have a drone here in the media room and I fly it. So I was like, oh, I could use the footage that I've gotten from the drone and footage of the drone to help make my SEVA. It starts with me listing off facts about drones while B-roll plays over. Sometimes it'll have text, sometimes it'll be photos, and other times it'll be footage from our drone or footage of our drone, like taking off and stuff. Drones are used for a lot of things. They're used for search and rescue, they have military use. They're really gonna be a big part of the future.
That wraps up our episode for today. But don't worry, we have more episodes of SEVA TV coming your way. For more content, check us out on secctv.org or find us on your favorite platform, X, Facebook, Insta, and YouTube. We have it all. My name is Naya, and thank you for joining me on this episode of SEVA TV. Until next time.